Hey guys, good evening. It is John C. Morley here, serial entrepreneur. It's great to be with you. If you're checking out my hat there, it's believemeachieve.com for my amazing, inspiring creations. We're having a blowing time this week. This is amazing what we're learning. And first of all, I want to thank you for being here with me, whether you're here live at 9:52 p.m., 9:52 a.m., 3 a.m., 3 p.m., 6 a.m., 6 p.m., potato, patata. Doesn't really matter. Thank you so much for being here. Really do appreciate you. All right. So this whole week, we're talking about the master topic, why kindness is important. Okay. That's what we're talking about this whole week. And what we're doing is we're getting into the different granular uh, topics about, what's going on. So that's the most important thing. And we're getting through each part. I think the most important thing for people to realize is that kindness is a real gift that we have the ability as humans to give, and we can receive it too. The granular topic for tonight is how does kindness promote happiness? We're on series 3, show 34, episode 6. And we got a lot to share with you. All right. So, how does kindness promote happiness? Well, it gets a little confusing, right? Because when we think about it, we have to understand that kindness is not just something we do once, it's something we should do all the time, right? But how does kindness, the act of being kind, drum up happiness? Well, first thing is we get the feel good boost, right? And you know what I'm talking about. The releasing the feel good hormones, right? The releasing of our feel good hormones. And that's not a myth, ladies and gentlemen. That is actually the truth. It can happen from exercise. It happens from meditation. It can happen from sex. It can happen from music. It can happen from lots of different things. It can happen from the serotonin, the dopamine, laughter, massage. So when you feel good, there are 4 feel good hormones: dopamine, serotonin, endorphins, and oxytocin. And you can boost levels of these hormones with some simple lifestyle changes like a diet, exercise, meditation, as I was mentioning. But just by smiling, you actually can trigger them, and they feel really good. They're a nice natural high for the body. The other thing that happens, why kindness promotes happiness, is social strength. Social strength. So it strengthens our social connections. And the reason this happens is because it takes off the pressure to expectations. And so when we're able to just be, when we're able to just enjoy and not have to worry about things, life can be a lot of fun, ladies and gentlemen, a lot of fun. And social strength is really, really important. Another thing it does, ladies and gentlemen, is it gives us the ability to have purposeful living, increasing our sense of purpose. This is hard for a lot of people because they don't realize that they're actually part of a bigger picture. Okay, a bigger picture. And that bigger picture is the fact that we're here to help others. Okay, we're here to help others. And when we're here to help others, it's like so much changes. So much changes. And it doesn't happen overnight, which is what I've got to tell you. It doesn't happen overnight. It happens when we figure out how to make this world a better place. That's when we suddenly start to learn, and we start to understand that we are now part of a purposeful life. Everyone wants to be part of a purposeful life, right? Everyone. But if you didn't know what purpose was, how could you be purposeful? That's a real interesting conundrum, right? If you didn't know what purpose was, how could you be purposeful? So people ask me all the time, John, what is a purposeful life? Well, there are lots of things you can do to lead a purposeful life, but maybe you're not sure. Maybe you don't know what that means. So you have to do some self-discovery to find out who you truly are, right? Embrace your passion. Find joy in purpose in what you do. Set promises and define your path. Keep learning. Embrace a lifetime of growth. Live in the present. The past is already gone. The future is not here yet, so let's enjoy the present. Let's work on building meaningful connections. Okay? Health and wellness, of course, prioritizing our well-being. Give back to our community, to our friends, to our family, to our neighborhood. Gratitude, appreciate life's gifts, whether that's anything from air to birds to dogs to just people that you get to meet. Remember that it's about being true to oneself. We're not trying to be something that we're not. Positive momentum. I love positive momentum. Promote a positive feedback loop. So when we choose to be positive, other people pick up on that. They pick up on that. And when they pick up on that, guess what happens? They suddenly start to feel positive too. And then, you know what happens? It becomes this great big loop. A great big loop. And that gets pretty amazing. I think that's an important part, is that we have to understand that it's about who we are. Okay? It's about who we are, and it's about the fact that when we just do one good thing that's positive, it causes this whole floodgate to open up from others. Kindness promotes happiness. You know why? Because it lowers or reduces our stress. And when we have less stress, you know what? Life becomes much more enjoyable. That's pretty interesting. And so thinking about that for just a moment, knowing that that can be a big thing is like astounding. But what if you could get a self-esteem boost? Well, you can. When you are giving or receiving kindness, it strokes our self-esteem, gives it a kick in high gear. And suddenly we're like, wow, where did that come from? How did that come? And you might be saying, I don't exactly know how or why that is. All I know is that I feel good, or I suddenly have a better ego. Now, Boosting your ego doesn't mean it has to be unhealthy. Boosting your ego is a way of reconfirming the path that you're on. And another one, ladies and gentlemen, as I said before, it's community impact. I don't know about you, but whenever we're able to do something great for our community, it changes the world for us. It changes our world. And when it changes our world, it's like life really changes for us. I mean, it changes. It changes so much that you didn't even know it was possible. That's pretty wild. So when we decide to have an impact on our community, that community strokes our ego, makes us feel better. Not an unhealthy sense, but in a healthy sense. Okay. I think a lot of people are so wrapped up in their own world that they forget that other people like to be complimented. They like to be praised. They like to be regarded. We do, right? So when we do it to others, guess what's going to happen? People are going to do it back to us. And we get a very positive loop that's just flowing around and around and around and around. Now, I know that sounds like something, out of a story tale book, but it's not. You see, when we start with an impression, okay, our life changes so majorly from that impression. I think it comes down to people want in their life. And I got to tell you, a lot of people want kindness because it has so many benefits. So we're talking about why kindness is important. We've talked about that. Tonight, we talked about how kindness promotes, how does kindness promote happiness. We talked about the feel good boost from our natural four magical, let's say, emitters, the neurotransmitters, or the different natural drugs in our body. Social strength, purposeful living, positive momentum, stress relief, and self-esteem, as well as community impact. When we start to realize that we're part of a big world and the world's not just us, it becomes an amazing universe to be a part of. Ladies and gentlemen, I am John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur. It's been a privilege, pleasure, and honor to be with you this fantastic Thursday evening, August 22nd, 2024. I hope you'll like, love, and support the channels. Definitely follow me on all my great content. Go to believemeachieve.com for more of my amazing, inspiring creations, ladies and gentlemen. And I'll catch you guys tomorrow so we can do the wrap up here of this amazing week about, kindness and, why kindness is important. Because I got to tell you, kindness is key to our success and others. So let's start learning how to dish it out and how to receive it. And our lives will be so much better, everyone. Have yourself a great rest of your evening, okay?